Hello, you lovely people, and we're back with another episode of All Star Pro for WMMA 5. This is now our third episode, and we're getting set for our fourth show of the year, All Star Pro 4 Uprising. And we've got a bunch of different ranked fighters in this show, which is great to see. We're starting to develop our roster too. It's looking pretty sweet. Our female openweight division rankings are still not doing very well, but the male openweight division is looking amazing. I'm not really sure why the female openweight division is so small in rankings, considering that we currently have more female fighters at 67 than we do male fighters with 60. So I'm not really sure what's going on there, but it'll be interesting. I also managed to announce a few more events. We've now got 30 shows. Oh, I went all the way up to ASP 30 Blitz. I'm going to be doing some more international shows, and I am going to other states in the United States as well. Also, our credibility is currently now at 80, which means we'll be getting higher attendances and more viewership, which that's great to see. ASP3 First Strike featured a lot of ranked fighters, which is great. Again, that's great to see. And Uprising will be having a lot of ranked fighters as well. And I think Power Driven will have some ranked fighters as well. We'll be also having some one-night tournaments. And yeah, we're shaping up because we keep increasing popularity, and we're only going to continue to do so if we keep gaining the fighters that we have. We're going to tour All-Star Pro. All-Star Pro opened in November 2023, are a low-level regional company based in Iowa. They are currently ranked as the number 12th MMA organization in the world. So we're almost in the top 10. That's pretty cool. The company currently has funds of $862,211 available. They are number 8 in the list of the richest MMA companies. That's great to see. ASP currently have 2 weight classes, and they have both male and female fighters. They currently have 127 fighters under contract. Their most popular fighters include Ellen Riff, who is undefeated, Carly Cleaver, who is undefeated, Lillian Brendan, who is undefeated, Luis Bixby, who is undefeated, June Criswell, who is undefeated, the American fighter Cody Garbrandt, Corey McClendon, who is undefeated, Francis Rosier, who is undefeated, Polly Pack, who is undefeated, and Isabel Dortch, who is undefeated. Their fights take place within a ring, and the standard format of their bouts is 3 rounds of 5 minutes each. Fights that go to a time limit are handled by 3 judges using the 10-point must system. So, yeah, we're getting up there. Popularity-wise, we have at least 10% everywhere around the world. We are at the highest popularity in America, but that's to be expected. Our lowest popularity looks like is Asia. and I imagine that has something to do with the demographics. Because demographics are area by area, ethnic, and or nationality requirements. If a company fails to meet those requirements, they experience penalties on popularity gains. To achieve a requirement, a company must employ at least one fighter of the specific ethnicity or nationality who has equal or greater popularity in the area that the demographics are currently enabled via the options menu. So yeah, we have two requirements that we don't have met, that being of Asian ethnicity, Indian ethnicity, and homegrown. We're good in Australia. We don't have a European, a homegrown European. We don't have a homegrown British Isles. We're good in South America. We're good in Mexico. We don't have any Canadians. We've got someone from Japan, Shino Van Hoos. And we're, of course, good in America. So, yeah, our demographics aren't the best. But it is okay. And I still wonder if we should be making a new broadcasting deal. Because we definitely could make a new deal with at least YouTube. Let's see, we were able to do Facebook. We can do Fighting TV Samurai. Mav TV. Polsat Sport Extra. Premier Sports. Wow Wow. And YouTube. I feel like YouTube would be our best bet if we wanted to sign a contract with a broadcasting deal. Everywhere else is just kind of one region has coverage, but nowhere else. Facebook would also be our best bet, but that doesn't generate revenue, and I kind of want to have revenue. So, yeah. The end of the year awards for 2023. There was no Rookie of the Year. Their Show of the Year was Fen 52. Fight of the Year. Well, a lot of these are from Fen 52. A little surprising that it wasn't UFC winning any of these. Nothing for ASP. We're still trying to sign a bunch of fighters to contracts. And I think that we already have somebody's contract expiring. Let's take a look at that, actually. Taylor Malden and America Eskridge. So I am actually going to try and extend their contract. Let's see. America Eskridge. Her next fight's in May. So we'll keep it at 4 fights. We'll do 5 years, 4 fights. And then, who else was? Taylor Malden. We'll end up extending Taylor's contract as well. She has 2 fights with 10 months remaining. And she is recuperating, I believe, and awaiting drug test results. She defeated Lauren Wolf her last fight, and she is a low-level regional. I'll keep her. I don't think we'll be keeping her for too long though. We'll do 2 years and 3 fights. So we'll keep her in that sense for now. But once we start getting popularity and all that, we're not really gonna have a use for her unless we throw her at the prelims, which I don't know if I want to do prelim fights. I probably will at some point, at least do a couple prelims. I don't really know if that does anything. But yeah, sorry. Something was going on over at the other screen that I have. But let's take a look at the roster. Let's see if there's anybody worth signing. I'm gonna go to the search icon. You know what time it is. Based in America. Name value in America. Actually, we'll do name value in any. And then low-level national. And then unemployed. Active fighter. See if anybody pops up. A couple people do pop up. She's on hiatus. He's recuperating. But he's 39. So Court McGee would probably retire pretty quickly. Especially if he ends up losing. Luis Palomino is on hiatus. Platinum Mike Perry is on hiatus. So, I mean, I could sign Court McGee, but I don't really see him being any sort of use for All-Star Pro if he's just gonna, retire within like 1 or 2 fights. Like he'd help us gain popularity for a little bit, but then he'd just be like, peace, I'm out. Former Bellator fighter, Brent Primus. He's 38 though. He's recuperating from his last fight. Ben Nguyen. I'm very certain I butchered that, but his last fight was in April 2019. My God. But yeah, I will hopefully sign him to a contract. He is 33, so he is older, but that's completely fine. And hopefully, this also means we can get some more out of the male open weight division. So yeah, there's that. And we upgraded a bunch to I upgraded a bunch on sponsoring to massive. So I currently provide excellent sponsorship of wrestling and jiu-jitsu competitions, as well as popular educational classes. There's a 5% boost to my credibility at the start of each month. I am paying $75,000 a month. This is the maximum size possible. I could downgrade, but it would result in an 8% credibility penalty. And my research is at high level, where I donate $50,000 per month to fund sports science research into topics such as the effects of head trauma. I'm getting a 5% boost to my credibility at the start of each month. Upgrading to pay $100,000 a month would increase the boost to 7%, and downgrading would result in a 6% penalty. I don't see myself getting a public relations, because hiring one would offer a small reduction in the credibility or stability damage. Oh, wait. Hiring one would offer a small reduction in the credibility or stability damage done by any scandals you or your fighters get engulfed in. That would actually be helpful, especially as we get higher up in popularity, because people are going to end up getting more controversial. That's just the truth. So yeah, that would actually help us. But yeah. Headquarters, we don't have a proper HQ. The company is run from rented offices. Building one gives a 2% boost to stability at the start of each month. That building would, just buying the building would be $1 million. We're getting close though. I will definitely be building an HQ when I get $1 million. And then for the Hall of Fame, building a physical Hall of Fame showcases the history of ASP and gives a 5% boost to your credibility at the start of each month. The company must be at least 15 years old and have 10 people inducted to its Hall of Fame. And that would be $1 million as well. So it looks like I would not be able to have a Hall of Fame, but like a physical Hall of Fame for quite some time. So there is that. And let's now move on to hopefully we get ever so closer to Uprising, and I'll probably do Power Driven as well, potentially. But I'll see you guys in a little bit. Oh yeah, I also don't know if I told you this, but starting in May, I plan on doing at least one show every week. So as you can see, Flashpoint week 1, Rising Tide week 2, The Price week 3, Bloodshed week 4. There's a couple of shows like Relentless and Titans Unleashed where it's within the same week. So June has one show, Uproar for week 1, Anarchy for week 2, and then we have Relentless and Titans Unleashed on week 3, and Chugoku Conquest on week 4. So yeah, I plan on having at least one show every week for a little bit. But yeah, let's get on to let's at least get closer to ASP Uprising. Okay, and I am back. Just to check what's in the mail. Taylor Malden and America Eskridge extended their contracts. And we got a bunch of new signings, which is great to see. And yeah, let's start booking a couple more shows. Matchmaking. Okay. Flashpoint. I'm going to update the rankings again. Well, we've got a full male rankings now. I'm just waiting now for the female open weight division to start having some more rankings. Okay, now let's actually start booking some shows. I'm gonna do a one-night tournament here for the female open weight division as well. We'll do 2, 6, okay. Looks like some of the female open weight division fighters are going to be back soon. I'm not sure if they'd be available though. Availability, female open weight. Yeah. Once we actually get there, I'll actually be able to put some fighters on here. I'll throw in some male open weight fights, so let's go Ben Nguyen and I feel like Ben Nguyen would be perfect for the Chugoku event. So I'm actually gonna put him at Chugoku Conquest. Yeah, Ben Nguyen and Yuma Horiuchi would be at high level regional. The females. Yeah, there isn't really a whole lot here for the female open weight division. Let's see, if I did an 8-night tournament, I'm gonna remove America Eskridge and Riley Kratzer. And make a one-night tournament for the female openweight division. We'll still have America Kratzer and Riley. I just said America Kratzer. Riley Kratzer and America Eskridge. We'll do... Perfect. And we shall add that one-night tournament. Okay. 3, 6, 7. All right. And then for Rising Tide, there's like no one in the female openweight division. Mid-level regional. Low-level national. High-level regional. Mid-level regional. Mid-level regional. Mid-level regional. Okay, I need one more male open weight fight. High-level regional, mid-level regional. I don't think I have any hometown fighters, but let's see. High-level regional. Low-level national. I think this one's mid-level national. Yep. Mid-level regional. This one's in Arkansas. Muhammad's mid-level regional. So we'll put him in a to be announced. Nobody for the female open weight division. We should be good for the ASP 9 the price as well. Once more fighters come back from recuperating, I think we should be good to go. But we'll need 3 more female open weight fights for Rising Tide. But we should be fine. Let's see, how many fighters do we have? 79 male open weight division fighters and 73 female open weight division fighters. Okay. Credibility went up even more. No failed drug tests after ASP2 Iron Edge. No failed drug tests after ASP3 First Strike. That's great to see. So we're now at 94, which is awesome. And we're still at 95% in stability. But yeah, I'm hoping to sign some more contracts as time passes by. I want to be able to have at least 100 fighters off of the male openweight division and the female openweight division. At least 100 each. So, looks like we lost some money. We were at like at 860,000 or something like that, but now we're about 800,000. But that's okay. I did sign a bunch of contracts, so that was to be expected. And I hopefully can sign some more contracts as the time passes. But yeah, I shall be back. Oh, looks like we've got unread emails. The Uprising weigh-ins have been brought in. Everybody made weight as usual. And Richie Lewis and Katie Perez completed their medical suspension, it looks like. So, into matchmaking, I guess. Mohammed Van Winkle. What's our mid-level national? Low-level national? Mohammed Van Winkle. Yeah, we could do this. That's a high-level regional. Mid-level regional. High-level regional, okay. Perfect. Oh, wait. I'll move this actually to bloodshed. I'll move this to main card. Low level national. High level national, okay. We need some female open weight fights for this one. 3 more. So, looks like we can do these two. Mid-level regional. Mid-level regional. Perfect. Now we just need 3 more female open weight. No, 2 more female open weight fights. And I believe we should be good to go with that. We've already got 6 fighters. For the female open weight section of Rising Tide. Yeah, we should be good. Let's see if I can add any more fights. As of this moment, it does not look like it. I do realize there are still some people recuperating and under medical suspension. And let's take a look. Oh, we've got a high-level regional fighter we could sign. Right now, it looks like she's recuperating and in medical suspension. Her last fight was at PFL. Good to see that. Let's see if we can get anybody else. Oh, dang, there's plenty of people. We got a high-level national. Mid-level national. Mid-level national. Mid-level national. My goodness, we're going crazy with the signings. I'm gonna try and get younger fighters though. Let's go 30 at max and see who all ends up. We could go a little bit lower. Let's go 25 and see what happens. Okay. That's plenty of fighters from the get-go right there. Benson Benner, Brad Flower, Case Swan. He's a mid-level national. Cohen Moore. What is that nickname? Big Daddy. Colleen Appleseed. Danielle Yarbrough. Okay. Delaney Winfield. Donovan Freer. A lot of mid-level nationals, which is great to see. They just decided to spawn into the world. And if I can keep these fighters, then we are set for a long time. Harley Goulding. High-level national. Mid-level national. Low-level national. Mid-level national, mid-level national. Low-level national, mid-level national. Kathleen Waterhouse. Kimber Sill. Cody DeMello. Corbin Paramenter. Kurt Fowler. Lillian Pettis. Lonnie Lovejoy. Madeline Macy. Mira and Palmer. Oldale. Randall Serber. Safia Chafin. Saul Caraway. He is a mid-level national. Low-level national. Stanley Askew. That's plenty of fighters right from the get-go. You love to see that. Let's see if I can sign any like mid-level regionals. I'm gonna see if I can sign any. Let's do any. Team none. And we'll go from. We'll have mid-level regional at the max name value, and see who we can find. Anyone that's under 25. Okay, never mind. We're gonna have to bring it down by a lot, it looks like. We're gonna have to bring it down to like 20 people. Because, yeah, that's a lot of people. There we go, that's a lot better. Okay. Let's see. Who can we sign? Albino Colazo. He's based in Mexico, so we'll have to bring him over to America if he will do that. Perfect. And we'll do 3 years, 3 fights. He's unknown at the moment, but hopefully that'll help us out on the long run for bringing in people in the demographics. That's the whole idea anyway. Okay, I'm gonna change it up. Let's do low level regional to mid level regional. Let's see, who do we get? Lots of Mexico City, Mexico. I'm gonna try and bring her over to America. Farida Abdueva. She can do that. Perfect. And so we will negotiate her to a contract. We got somebody from China, based in Asia, so that would help out in the Asian side of things. And he's 20 years old, so we could keep him for quite some time. 10 years, 10 fights. British Isles. Let's bring him over to America. 4 years, 4 fights. Somebody from Japan. Move base. He will move to America. Perfect. Now sign with All-Star Pro, please. Another Russian. Sure, why not? Jordan. Move base. Go 4 years, 4 fights. Somebody from South Africa. Prince Lolia. He will move to America. What I've noticed is that people that aren't assigned to a team are a lot more likely to move to America because they don't have a team that they're training under. We've got somebody from Brazil. He's currently in Russia, it looks like. Rafael Tobias. Bipolar. Interesting nicknames that some of these fighters have. I'll just say that. Another Brazilian. Ooh, we've got somebody else from Japan. I'm just trying to bring in some more international level fighters. So that way we get a little bit more off of the demographics. And we don't incur as many penalties for popularity growth. That's really what I'm doing with this. That's what I'm trying to do anyway. Since my fighters have to be based in America, I kind of have to do this. The way I kind of have to move them to America and then bring them over. Oh, we got somebody else from China. Some of these fighters haven't even had fights yet. So when I bring them into the shows for the card, they will be making their pro debut at All-Star Pro. That assuming they actually signed to All-Star Pro anyway. Let's see, who else can we get? Anybody else? Yeah, that's good enough for now. We'll sign him as well. Why not? Zaid Fritz. 4 years, 4 fights. And yeah, let's go to ASP Uprising. We do not have any ranked fighters, so that will hurt our credibility, which is completely fine. Power Driven also does not have any ranked fighters, so again, that will hurt our credibility, but that's fine. Intensity does have a ranked fighter. Flashpoint has a ranked fighter. Rising Tide has a couple of ranked fighters, so we should be good there on the credibility for Flashpoint and Rising Tide. Especially Rising Tide will definitely be good there. And yeah, let's go to Uprising. We will do the full show for this. Welcome to ASP4 Uprising, being held in Nebraska, so not Iowa this time around. This is the 4th All-Star Pro show of 2024. We are due to have 10 main fights and no preliminaries at all. And headlining is our first low-level national signing, Aaron McKenzie fighting Krzysztof Jotko. I know I butchered that, but that is okay. And also on the show, Fred Baxley will take on Rayon Anderson, and Rafael Alves fights Brian Tufnell. Valentine Baptista against Stella Lowther, and Taye Mirayama meets Frankie Frazier. So for our main event, 2 ranked fighters squaring off. Aaron McKenzie, our first national signing in All-Star Pro. This is both fighters' first time headlining a big show altogether. Jotko is the number 2 ranked in ASP, and Aaron McKenzie is number 16. This is the first time that they have fought. Jotko will enjoy a significant weight advantage. McKenzie has a 13-inch reach advantage, and both fighters are making their ASP debut tonight. 7 picks for McKenzie and 0 picks for Jotko. And Rafael Alves will take on Brayon Tufnell. This is the first time they have fought. Tufnell will enjoy a significant weight advantage. Both fighters are making their ASP debut tonight, with Alves getting 3 picks and Tufnell getting 4 picks. That is our co-main event. And moving down the line on the card, Valentine Baptista versus Stella Lowther. This is the first time they have fought. Baptista has an 8-inch reach advantage. Both fighters are making their ASP debut tonight. We got 2 picks for Baptista and 5 picks for Lowther. Fred Baxley versus Rayon Anderson. This is the first time they have fought. Both fighters are making their ASP debut tonight. We got 1 pick for Baxley and 6 picks for Anderson. And we got Kay Hansen versus Tiffany Van Soest. Hansen hasn't won since June 2020. This is the first time they have fought. And we got 7 picks for Hansen and 0 picks for Van Soest. So this may end up being a pretty squash fight for said fight, but Tiffany may end up getting the upset. We have seen that happen in the past. Taye Mirayama will take on Frankie Frazier. This is the first time they have fought. Frazier will enjoy a significant weight advantage, and it is Frazier's ASP debut. Mirayama has 3 picks, and Frazier has 4 picks, so it's pretty evened out. And we have Katarina Legarreta versus Sihara Eubanks. Eubanks hasn't won since July 2021. This is the first time they have fought. And Legarreta has 5 picks, and Eubanks has 2 picks. So there you go there. Soraya Posner and Victoria Parrott. This is the first time they have fought. Para will enjoy a significant weight advantage with a 7-inch reach advantage. Both fighters are making their pro debut tonight. So, whoever starts off their MMA career with a win, it will be interesting. There are 4 picks for Posner and 3 picks for Parrott. So this is a pretty tied up prediction. And then we've got Cedric Katambwa versus Jesse Murray. This is a fight between teammates. They both train at Strong Style Fight Team, so that's interesting to look at. This is the first time they have fought. Murray will enjoy a significant weight advantage, and Murray has a 6-inch reach advantage. There are 5 picks for Katambwa and 2 picks for Murray. So a battle on teammates. That's pretty unheard of. Charlie Ontiveros versus Alonzo Horvath. This is the first time they have fought. Ontiveros will enjoy a significant weight advantage. Ontiveros has a 17-inch reach advantage. This is also his ASP debut, and Horvath is making his pro debut. So that'll be interesting there. 6 picks for Ontiveros, 1 pick for Horvath. And let's move on now to Uprising. Let's see how Horvath does in his pro debut. Horvath actually wins in his pro debut by unanimous decision. The fight was decent. He feels great going forward. He should. He got the win on his pro debut. And now it's the battle between teammates. And Katambwa does defeat Jesse Murray in TKO. The fight was decent. Cedric gives a show of respect to his teammate. That's great to see. The fight was rated as good between Victoria Parrott defeating Sarah Posner in a knockout by punching her. There's a great pro debut victory there for Parrott, and she's got natural charisma, which is great to see. Katarina Legarreta fights Sihara Eubanks, and Eubanks defeats Legarreta in TKO. The fight was rated as good. The camera loves Eubanks, even if she isn't particularly interesting. So that's something interesting to look at there. Taya Mirayama goes head-to-head with Frankie Frazier. Mirayama defeats Frazier by submission with a north-south choke. The fight was rated as great. She praises Frazier for a tough fight. Great show of respect there. Kay Hansen goes up against Tiffany Van Soest, and Kay Hansen defeats Tiffany Van Soest by unanimous decision. The fight was great. Kay Hansen shows respect to Van Soest. Great to see there. Fred Baxley versus Ryan Anderson. And Ryan Anderson loses to Fred Baxley by knockout. The fight was decent. And Fred Baxley brags about knocking Anderson out, saying that anyone who fights him is putting themselves in danger as he can knock out anyone. So he's getting pretty cocky. We'll see how if Fred Baxley can actually back that up in future fights. He's getting pretty cocky. Valentin Baptista versus Stella Lowther. Both of these two 1-0. Stella Lowther defeats Valentin Baptista in split decision. The fight was rated as decent. Stella Lowther praises her team. She celebrates her debut victory. Lowther is going to benefit from being interviewed regularly. So Stella remains undefeated at the moment. The co-main event, Rafael Alves versus Brian Tufnell. And Brian Tufnell is actually undefeated at the moment. And he remains undefeated in submission with a leg lock. The fight was rated as being good. And he knows how to talk with his natural charisma. So that's great to see there. Great co-main event. Now it's time for the main event. Aaron McKenzie and Krzysztof Jotko. And this should be at least a good main event. Krzysztof Jotko defeats Aaron McKenzie in knockout. The fight was rated as great. Great main event, good co-main event. Overall, great show. We should have a huge increase in popularity. Hopefully we gain some money too. Great victory for Jotko. Every fight was at least decent, so that's great to see. We got 573 people in Nebraska. I think that's our highest attendance so far, with a 75 critical rating, so that's good. And we actually reached low-level national in the commercial rating, thanks to Aaron McKenzie, especially. I think Jotko is also a low-level national, but that's great to see. Yes, they're both low-level national fighters, so that really helped out our commercial rating. And Brian Stan actually was on commentary for the first time this save for All-Star Pro, so we should definitely be good to go. We made about $3,143 off of the pay-per-view revenue as well. Great to see. So we did gain popularity everywhere. That's great to see. And yeah, I'll keep those awards. And we did gain money. We gained $589,000. And Jotko was our highest earned fighter of the night. Aaron McKenzie was pretty low, which is weird because he's a low-level national. But I think it's also because I was able to sign him to a small contract with him being low-level national, which was pretty nice, especially in the early going. But now that we're gaining popularity and that we're gaining money and we're starting to take on the MMA scene altogether, I'm not worried at all. I'm really not. As long as we have we continue to have our popular fighters, and as long as we continue on building exciting cards, and we continue on doing what we've been doing, I have no worries for All-Star Pro here at MMA. In the MMA scheme of things, I have no worries whatsoever. I don't know if I want to do championships just yet. I still want to wait to do championships. And honestly, I don't know if I'll ever actually end up doing championships for All-Star Pro. I may end up doing so, but I don't know if I want to, if I'm gonna be so for real. Too many MMA companies have a bunch of championship titles. They've got championship titles for all of their weight divisions. Bantamweight, heavyweight, light heavyweight, atomweight, featherweight, whatever weight. You name it, it's there. We are not having those types of contests. We have the open weight divisions, which anyone can come in. Can it be anywhere from an atom weight to a super heavyweight? Which I think also it allows a lot more creativity to endure. Allows a lot more possible fights to happen too. Is it possible that it hurts our credibility in the long run? Probably does, but that just means I have to be smart about what I do going forward. That's really all that means. I just got to be smart. And I will be back, and we will move on to the next show. We are back, and I actually wanted to take a look. We have some contract renewal attempts. Jesse Murray being one of them. He's recuperating after his fight with Katambwa. And I am considering bringing in some more people. Oh, UFC is starting to throw in some contract offers. So is PFL. I see you. They're probably going to sign with those people. That's probably what's going to happen. But as long as I can bring in some fighters within the low-level nationals, the mid-level nationals, and the high-level nationals, as long as I can bring in those kinds of a couple of those fighters at least, then I'm good to go. Let's see. Offers not being seriously considered. I'm not surprised. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'll have to take a look at the auto bids at some point in the future. Let's... I'll take a look back at the... Well, I don't really need this stuff. Oh, whoops. Oh, well, that's fine. That doesn't really matter. Power Driven's coming up as well. Our first one-night tournaments. And, let's take a look at the finances, actually. We have at least $1 million now. Yep, we have $1,338,665 in the bank. And we're just going to continue to keep making money with the way we are going at this moment in time. And yeah, we're also now awaiting the drug test results. Corporate on a corporate base. I honestly think we can upgrade to maximum here as well. We currently donate $175,000 a month to fund sports science research into topics such as the effects of head trauma. I get a 10% boost to my credibility at the start of each month. I honestly think that's the way to go. We still have a million I believe. I will be bringing a headquarters as well. Your HQ is currently small and has only a few full-time staff, but I get a 2% boost to my stability at the start of each month, and I spend $5,000 a month. Improving the HQ and adding extra staff would increase the boost up to 4%. I don't think I have enough to go further. Let's see. Corporate. I don't have enough. I might hire a public relations as well. So we now have a large PR firm offering a big reduction in the credibility or stability damage done by any scandals you or your fighters get engulfed in. This is $25,000 a month. I'm completely fine with that. Yeah. Financially now, we're at $338,665. I very much believe we'll bring that back. I want to take a look at the low-level nationals and those types and those very popular fighters. See if I can get anybody. Let's go to high-level regional and see if we can find anybody based in America. Perfect. Oh yeah, there. That was a lot less than I thought. So a bunch of people already got signed to contracts, it looks like. Or maybe not. There's still a lot of negotiations. I don't know. I'm not really sure why those people there aren't more people popping up. And it's loading now. Oh, here we go. Already in negotiations. She's in hiatus. Already in negotiations. He's a low-level regional. I'm going to try and bring him in to America. He's a low-level national in Canada, and in America, he's a low-level regional. So he will come to America. Perfect. I will be bringing him into All-Star Pro then if he signs. Is it because I have it in as no teams? That must be why. But now that we're here, I can potentially bring in some popular fighters who are not in America. I didn't even think about that. We got Livia Renata Souza from Brazil. She's a high-level regional, mid-level regional in America. So she would be a perfect candidate for All-Star Pro internationally too. We got someone from Japan, Mizuki Inoue. Inoue. There we go. Mizuki Inoue. And she is a high-level regional in Japan, low-level regional in America. We will negotiate to that. Noah Bay. He is currently based in Japan. He's a high-level regional in Japan, low-level regional in America. Let's bring him in to All-Star Pro, hopefully. That makes more sense now that I was looking at it and I'm like, there's no, I still have it in as nobody has teams. I mean, yeah. I'll bring, is he under hiatus? Is that what's going on? Nope, he's recuperating. Okay. So, if I bring him in, into All-Star Pro, he could be somebody I throw into a South America show, since he's high-level regional in South America. So that's something I could do there. William Macario, another Brazilian. Talk to. I'm assuming he's also under. I assume he's also recuperating. Yeah. Okay. We'll try and sign him as well. And then William Souza, another Brazilian, a high-level regional in South America. He's unknown in America, but again, with any of the South American shows that I do, I could bring him in. Hopefully that would also increase his name value in America. Okay, let's go based in America now and see if there's anybody else worth looking at. Aspen Ladd. Brian Barberina. I'll sign him even though... I'll try and sign him even though... I'm a little worried he's probably going to retire quickly. Geraldo de Freitas. Okay. Souza, Lovejoy, Mike Perry. He's on hiatus. Noah Bay, Oldale. Stanley Askew. Oliveira. Macario. Souza. Okay. I shall be back for power driven. Actually, I want to, before we move on, I want to see if I can put anybody else at Rising Tide. Let's see. Female open weights. Doesn't look like it. Okay. So I shall wait then. I know that there's some fighters that are recuperating and should be back soon. So, again, I'm not too worried about it. And I shall be back. Okay, and we are back. And we got a bunch of people that signed for All-Star Pro. So I think we are set for quite some time. And we signed Blakesley, who is I believe, mid-level national. Saul Caraway, who I also believe is a mid-level national. Legaretta is officially re-signing with All-Star Pro. Taya Mirayama is re-signing with All-Star Pro. And Katambwa is officially re-signing with All-Star Pro. We've got rival bids still taking place as well. And a bunch of people completed their suspension. It looks like the rankings have been updated for All-Star Pro. Hopefully we can get some more female fighters in the rankings. Let's take a look. So the male openweight division hasn't really changed much. We've got a lot more female openweight fighters now on the rankings, so that's great to see. Hopefully, as we continue to sign fighters on the female side of things, we get more female fighters on the rankings. But we now have 90 fighters on the male openweight division and 85 fighters on the female openweight division. And we should be good to go for Rising Tide now for the female openweight division. Let's see. Unknown. And Caitlin Salmons. Yeah, let's do it. And then Jillian Knoll. And Lindsay Van Zant. Okay, cool. And then for the price, we'll throw in another female openweight division fight. Oh, looks like we could do Adriana Horton and Alexa Culp.
Please unlock the device to continue.
It would be a mid-level national fight. We got low-level national and mid-level national. So that would be our co-main event, actually. Let's see, who else could we throw in? Not really sure, but for the male openweight division, let's see. Low level regional. Can we do a catch weight fight? Rafael Tobias and Ozawa? We can. Well, that would be unknown. I want to do a female catch weight fight as well. This would be mid-level national. So we would be bringing that up again. We've got 5 male openweight fights and 4 female openweight fights. I'm gonna change this up. We will have a male openweight co-main event. High level regional. So that would be our co-main event. And I'm okay with the price having only 9 fights. Bloodshed will have 1, 2, 6, 7. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So I will do this. We will do 2 one-night tournaments, one for the male openweight and one for the female openweight. We'll do I'm just gonna call it filler, because that's really what it is. It's just supposed to be filler. Let's take a look at the female openweight division. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Kathleen Waterhouse. Filler 2. Alrighty. One, two, three, four, two, four. Make that the main event. This would be like you got 2 high-level national fights for Anarchy, so that not Anarchy, Relentless, and then for Titans Unleashed. I don't want to go that far just yet. That's all the way in. We're already going all the way into June. I don't want to go too far just yet, considering that we also could still add some more fights. So I will just do this. Perfect. See, we've got a Rivalry of the Ages in China, and then we're going to Canada for Rising Tide and Locked and Loaded. A couple of African shows. Quebec. Of course, Chugoku, that's our first. That will be our first show outside of the United States. And we will now go on to Power Driven. And Power Driven will be, I think, I believe that's the 5th show of 2024 and of this save. We've been very lucky with the people that we have signed. UFC and Bellator 1 and PFL and all those very high name MMA companies. Yeah, they have taken some of the fighters that I really wanted, but considering the fact that we're still at low-level regional and that we've got a bunch of like low-level national and mid-level national and high-level national fighters already, we are set as long as that stays. As long as they stay with All-Star Pro, we are set for a long time coming. And more people are signing for All-Star Pro. You love to see it. Isabella Mezger, I think is a mid-level national. Huam, he was a mid-level regional. Kay Hansen. And then, of course, Jesse Murray. We've got some extensions while also... My bid ended with Brad Flower. He signed with UFC. That's fine. Alldale signed with UFC. That's fine. Cody signed with UFC. That's fine. I've got all these other names, all these other big names that signed with me. I could really care less. UFC can take those guys. I've got a lot more. And you can see it too with all of these headlines. These people joined ASP. These people joined ASP. These people joined ASP. Our credibility went up, I believe. We apparently Jotco is suspended, which I didn't know. I didn't realize. And Uprising had a bunch of ranked fighters, which I already know that would bring up our credibility. Our stability is still at 95. So I'm not too worried about it. We're now at $71,440 though. So that is not good. But I do believe once we go to power driven, I as long as we're gaining money, we should be fine. But I'm a little worried because financially, I have a feeling we will be losing. We will have lost money due to all the corporate stuff that I brought in. But again, I'm not too worried about it. I'm really not. I'm not like even trying to be cocky or anything, but with all of the fighters that I've signed already, I truly believe that we are fine. A lot of the high level, we've got a lot of very popular fighters, and again, as long as they continue to stay popular, we're set to go for a while. And as long as we keep signing popular fighters and throwing in those exciting fights, and we just keep on moving and we keep on going out there and just doing exciting shows, putting on impressive fights. We keep our critical rating at a decent level, and with our popular fighters, that helps with the commercial rating. So I truly believe we will be fine for a while. Once we start like really rising in popularity is when things will start to get challenging, because then you're going to have to be more selective of what you do, and things will be more controversial. Fighters are going to end up doing more stuff that wouldn't be the case if they were in a lower company. It's just the way it works. When you're around people that are more popular and that are very well known, you tend to do more stuff, because then you're more likely to gain attention off of it. But you're probably thinking, but that doesn't really make sense, because they have that much more attention. That also means, depending on what they do, that could ruin their reputation. And I very much disagree. I very much disagree that like all these backstage confrontations, all these people getting into arguments and throwing shade at each other, posting on social media, talking crap about their family. All of that hasn't, like, there's so many scandals and stuff that has happened. There's so many like people that have done PEDs and TRTs and all these drugs, and they just get away with it. Like, they'll get suspended or whatever if they get caught using them, but then they come back after rehab or whatever suspension or whatever's going on, and they'll just go back to doing it again. Like, they don't learn from it. I understand that addiction is a thing, but still, I disagree with the fact that it ruins their reputation. In some way, I do agree, because, like, fighters that are doing crap that they shouldn't. Like, of course, there's going to be people out there that are not going to tune in. It hurts the company. It hurts the fighter. I do understand that. But at the same time, there are people out there that will still watch. They will still watch the product. They will still watch fights. And there are people out there that are going to probably even condone some of the actions that some of these fighters have. Like, I've seen a couple of articles of fighters that were, like, very popular named fighters that were accused for domestic abuse. That's a very serious thing, especially nowadays. It's a very serious issue, but people are still watching. And this was off of, like, I believe, Bellator. And it did hurt Bellator's viewership for a while. Like, the scandal did hurt Bellator's viewership. And it hurt Bellator as a whole for a while. But then people started going back and watching the product. They started watching the fights once again. And I'm just like, yeah. So it doesn't ruin their reputation, not necessarily. It just hurts them for a little bit. And then once they're back in business, everything's booming again. As if nothing happened. It's a business. MMA is a business. People don't really look towards the personal aspects of things. They're just more like, let's watch the fights. Let's see how everybody's doing. You got these high-level named fighters that are fighting each other. Cool, let's watch. You know? Like, a lot of the casual fans, especially, don't really care about the scandals. Like, they do, but not enough. Anyway, I know I went on a rant right there, but power-driven, everybody made weight, which is always going to happen. Every fighter came back clean. So far, we haven't had issues with anybody. Another person signs with UFC, that's fine. A bunch of people has again signed with All Star Pro, and we are good to go for quite some time. I kind of want to try and re-sign my commentators to longer contracts too. Like right now, Brian Stan has $4,000 a show. He wants more. What about? Let's see. Can I potentially? He again wants more. It's probably because he's getting paid $4,000 a show. So let's see. Will he stay at $4,000 a show? He will. So if I extend its contract for another 2 years, then we're good to go there. And Brad Wharton, I want to extend his contract for another 3 years as well. I mean, another 2 years. 4,000 as well for him. And then I'll keep myself on commentary as well. And yeah. Now we will go to Power Driven. This has been a long episode, I know. But we went up on credibility. We now have 94% on credibility and 95% on stability still. That's great to see. Let's now, and we're even more losing money. Hopefully, again, hope that changes. Moving on now to Power Driven, our last show of March, and our 5th show of the save. We have made a lot of progress already within our first 5 shows. This is our first show in Indiana. We're still in the Midwest. Indiana, still in the Midwest. We were in Iowa for the first 3 shows. We went to Nebraska, and now we're in Indiana. And there are no prelim fights. I didn't think there would be. So we've got standards and standard one-night tournaments. First one-night tournaments we've done 2. And yeah, let's get it. ASP 5 Power Driven, being held in Indiana, is the 5th ASP show of 2024. We're due to have 10 main fights and no preliminaries at all. Main eventing is Francis Rosier fighting Polly Pack. Both of these 2 fighters are 3-0, so somebody will lose their undefeated streak, and somebody will remain undefeated. We do not have draws here in All-Star Pro. We just don't. There is no draws. There is going to be a winner, whether it's by knockout, submission, or unanimous decision. Or judge's decision, I should say, not unanimous. I'm sorry. Anyway, elsewhere on the show, Louise Bixby fights Bridget Click. We've got the finals of both one-night tournaments, and Verity Wald against Kristen Vase. So Francis Rosier versus Polly Pack. Their first time headlining a big show. This is the first time they have fought. Pack will enjoy a significant weight advantage, and they're both making their ASP debut tonight. And for our main event, it's actually pretty evened out on picks. We've got 3 picks for Rosier, 4 picks for Pack. So that's pretty cool. Louise Bixby versus Bridget Click. This is the first time they have fought, and both fighters are making their ASP debut tonight. Bixby's got 2 picks, and Click has 5 picks. That is our co-main event. The Mama's Boy, interesting. Kelvin Tiller versus Maximus Freytag. This is the first time they have fought. This is the ASP debut of Tiller, and Freytag is making his pro debut. And it's actually evened out once again with Tiller having 4 picks and Freytag having 3 picks. We'll see if Freytag can have his pro MMA debut with a win. Caden Caulfield versus Sam Kinsey. This is the first time they have fought. Caulfield will enjoy a significant weight advantage, and he has a 19-inch reach advantage. They're both making their pro debut tonight. 6 picks for Caulfield and 1 pick for Kinsey. And then, of course, we have the final of the standard. And then we have the semifinal of the... And then we've got the semifinal of the standard. Ollie Weir, Kleinman versus Cody Steele. This is the first time they have fought. Kleinman will enjoy a significant weight advantage, and Kleinman has a 7-inch reach advantage. And Kleinman's making his pro debut in a one-night tournament. Nobody's picking him, and everybody's picking Steele. John Mathewson versus Anas Clymer. This is another semifinal. This is the first time they have fought. Clymer will enjoy a significant reach advantage. And both fighters are making their all-star pro debut tonight. And Mathewson has no picks, and Clymer has 7 picks. And then we've got the final of the standard. Hope Chase versus Eleanor Lampley. This is a semi-final of the standard. This is the first time they have fought. Lampley will enjoy a significant weight advantage. Lampley has a 7-inch reach advantage. And this is the All-Star Pro debut of Lampley. No picks for Chase, 7 picks for Lampley. Then we have Verity Wald versus Kristen Days. This is a semi-final of the standard. This is the first time they have fought, and both fighters are making their All-Star Pro debut tonight. It's pretty evened out, with Wald having 4 picks and these having 3 picks. Taze. I don't really know, but anyway, let's move on to the fight, to the card. Verity Wald versus Kristen Taze. I know I'm butchering that. Kristen Days defeats Verity Wald in TKO. The fight was rated as good. Okay. Hope Chase against Eleanor Lampley, and it was rated decent. Kristen Days faces Eleanor Lampley, and Kristen Days wins in TKO. The fight was average. Kristen Days thanks everyone, and that she's happy to win the standard and wants to make this a springboard to future success. John Matthewson versus Anas Clymer. Anas Clymer defeats John Matthewson in submission. Rear naked choke. The fight was decent. All Weir Kleinman versus Cody Steele. Cody Steele defeats Ollie Weir Kleinman in submission with a knee bar. The fight was good. And now we go to the finals, where Anas Clymer goes up against Cody Steele. And Cody Steele wins the men open weight one night tournament in submission with a triangle. The fight was rated as great. Cody Steele is very happy to have won the standard. Caden Caulfield versus Sam Kinsey. Caden Caulfield defeats Sam Kinsey in knockout. The fight was good. He was happy to win his pro debut, but that this is just the start. Kelvin Tiller versus Maximus Freitag. Kelvin Tiller defeats Maximus Freitag in unanimous decision. The fight was good. He was happy to cap his ASP debut with a win. The co-main event is up next, where Louise Bixby battles Bridget Click. And Louise Bixby defeats Bridget Click in unanimous decision. The co-main event was great. Bixby celebrates her All-Star Pro debut victory and is looking forward to the next fight. And for our main event of the night, Francis Rosier versus Polly Pack. One of these two will remain undefeated, and somebody will lose their undefeated streak. And it looks like Francis Rosier defeats Polly Pack in unanimous decision. The fight was rated as good. So, very incredible stuff there. We got a 73 commercial rating. That's a high-level national. And we got a 71 in commercial and in critical rating, which is also good. And we've got 813 people in attendance for Indiana, with $68,292 on the gate, with $4,365 off of the pay-per-view revenue. the worst fight was this third fight, and it was average. And Brian Stan once again is on commentary. Popularity increases everywhere, as expected, and we will probably gain a bunch of money at $618,000. So yeah, we are definitely good. And Luis Bixby was the highest earned fighter of the night. So we are definitely set. And I also believe that we ended up gaining more money still, even though we spent a bunch of it on corporate stuff, being the HR, and we upgraded the research and a whole bunch of other things to also increase our credibility and stability, just to keep going with that. And I am very much happy with how things have been going within this save so far. And like I've said multiple times, I'm not worried at all whatsoever with the future of All-Star Pro here in the MMA scene. I'm very much waiting now to sign exclusive deals, so that way I don't have to worry about, for example, the UFC taking my fighters just out of random. I don't want to worry about that. When we start doing exclusive contracts, we will also be having some rival bids, which I've had to deal with that already before in past saves, and it's pretty hit or miss for me. I sometimes win, but I don't always. And we've got 4 fighters that completed their suspension, a new fight team, and a contract renewal attempt. Hope Chase is coming to the end of her contract, it looks like. And now I'm just waiting to hopefully sign a new deal with her. That's the hope anyway. And yeah, that was All-Star Pro. Our 2 shows for the night, and I'm just now waiting for the extensions of these 3 contracts. And while we're at it, I will also take a look to see if I can add any more fights before we end this episode. I'll see if I can add any fights here. Let's see. Prince, Lolia, and Samuel Sanchez. Sure, we'll put this in at the price. And Uproar will see. Let's see. So we need 4 male open weight fights for this one. Prince, Lolia. Yeah, let's do this instead. Goyang Wang. Noah Bay. Sanzo Ike. Sure, why not? Okay, 2 more male openweight fights. Goyang Wang. Let's see. Sure, we'll do this. Okay, I need 1 more male openweight fight. We'll do Prince Lolia and Goyang Wang. Oh wait, Goyang Wong, my bad. And for the female openweight fights, Mizuki Inoue. I kind of want to save that for Chugoku Conquest though. Let's go. Sure, we'll do this as our female openweight fight. I kind of want to start off with a bang here for our first international fight. I mean, for our first international show. So, I'm just gonna throw in a whole bunch of our popular fighters and just hope for the best, I guess. And then for the male openweight division, Stanley Askew, Kurt Fowler, Donovan Freer, Lonnie Lovejoy, Donovan Lash, Case Swan, Cohen Moore, and Siege Hartwell. Alright. Now we will continue doing Uproar, female openweight division. Tiffany Avanza West and Livia Renata Souza. Edith Sayre and Frankie Frazier. Okay, so we just need, I think, 2 more. I think we need 2 more female openweight fights for Uproar, and then we will continue on from there. Jackson McVeigh, Danielle Yarborough, I'm just gonna wait for that. So we'll put Randall in a to be announced opponent. Relentless, still Quick Camp. Titans Unleashed. There we go. Okay, can we throw any female open weight fighters? Nope. That will be it. Okay, so but we're almost done with Uproar now. We're all the way up until May at this point, at the end of May. So that's good to see. And that will be it for this save. Actually, I do want to announce one more show too. Because on ASP 30 Blitz, we're on 8. I'm just gonna go all the way till the end of the year. Actually, we'll do Wednesday. Excuse me, and ASP 31 Red Mist. We're just gonna keep on going, keep on keeping on. Let's go to West Virginia for this. And week 3, October 2024. Marked for death. Let's go. We'll go back to Nebraska for this one. Yeah. And then October once again, 2024. We'll go to. Let's do. I think I want to do. I think I want to do Illinois for this one. And yeah. Wait, I want to make sure that intensity and all those shows. Okay. Yeah, we're doing good on the marketing level. I was just about to say, I know that if you go a certain amount, like go lower than the recommended amount, that you receive a penalty for something. I think it's the not the critical rating. It's not the critical rating. It's I think you receive a hit on the commercial rating is what it is. So that's why I was like, hold on a second. So we'll go to November. Anger Unleashed. We'll do Louisiana. And then week 2 is going to be on Thursday. And sure, Kings of the Ring. I actually really like that, so we'll keep it in Iowa. And we're gonna. That could be the night where we do a bunch of tournaments. One night tournaments. Austin Boshi's the only available one for the males. I just noticed that there's open weight options for the one night tournaments. But Austin Boshi would be the only available one, at least as of right now, for Kings of the Ring. that makes sense though, because that's all the way up in November. And Friday. Nowhere to Run in Missouri, I guess. Oh, wait. That would be 36. So then this would be 37. And it will be breakdown. We'll have, I'm going to hold breakdown in internationally once again. Let's do Saskatchewan for this event. We'll do Saturday, November 2024, week 4. And then we'll do another show internationally the next day. Let's go with, we're doing Chugoku. So I think I wanted. So I'm gonna do Tohoku. The Storm in Tohoku. And then for December, I'm gonna just throw in a bunch of shows until we reach 50 at the end of the year. That's my plan, anyway. So week 1, Tuesday, December. That's Havoc. We'll keep it in Iowa for this show. Go to 40. And ASP 40 Wipeout. We'll go internationally again. We'll do Southern Africa, I believe, is what we'll do. Actually, I want to go to I want to go to New Zealand for this one. So we'll go Wednesday, week 1, December. And then we'll go to week 2, Tuesday in December. Raw Power. We'll go to the Midlands in Midlands. So 42. And then we're still in December. That'll be Thursday, week 2, December. And we will be in Massachusetts. ASP 42 ambush. That's perfectly fine. We'll go to Hawaii for this one. And we'll save that. And then Sunday, week 2, December. We'll go to New Jersey. The Ultimate Force. Okay, week 3, December. We're at ASP 45. And I'm actually... I'm gonna go... So here's what I plan on doing. I'm gonna go Tuesday and Thursday for week 3, and then week 4 will be Monday, Wednesday, and then Sunday. That'll be week 4 for December. So 45 will be Devastation. We'll bring it over internationally. Let's go. Devastation in the Netherlands. Okay. And then Thursday, week 3, December. We'll just continue on going internationally. We'll go to Brazil for this one. I actually have a specific name I want to do for this one. ASP 46, battered and bruised in Brazil. And moving on there. $47. Monday, week 4, December. 47 Legends. Never die. We'll bring that over to Colorado. Yeah. Monday, Wednesday, week 4, December. ASP 48. After shock, just like it says right here. And we will bring that to Aftershock in France. And then we'll do one last international show before coming back to Iowa for the 50th show. We'll go to Caribbean. ASP 49. Pirates of the Caribbean, I guess. Just to be silly. We'll go Friday as well. December. And finally, for our last show of the year, December, Sunday, week 4, ASP 50, Havoc on the holidays. This will be a pretty regular thing we do. At the end of the year, it will be Havoc on the holidays, and then we will do a beginning of the show every with the same name. Well, not Havoc on the holidays, but with a similar thing. You'll see. You'll see what I mean. New Year, New Me, that's what will be taking place. I don't know why it says 52, but okay. Oh, that's why, because I had it at 50. It went to 50 instead of 51. I'm not sure why it's that's weird, but okay. I'm just gonna fix that. There. So that's how the rest of the year is gonna look. And yeah, that is it for real this time. That is it for this video. And I'll catch you on the flip side.